number one thing that you can do to reduce your risk of injury and improve your performance on the jiu-jitsu mats is to lift weights. This video is part one of a three-part series showing you the best exercises for grapplers, the primary movement patterns of push, pull, and legs. If you don't know me, my name is Kieran Lefebvre. I'm a BJJ strength and conditioning coach, and I've helped thousands of grapplers worldwide get strong and reduce their risk of injury on the mats. The pull movement pattern. Emphasizing pulling movements in strength training is essential for grapplers, as this movement pattern occurs in many jiu-jitsu techniques. Pulling movements can be subdivided into horizontal pull and vertical pull. The main muscles worked in these pulling exercises are the traps, lats, spina erector, teres major, rear delts, biceps. Exercise 1, barbell bent over row. The barbell bent over row is one of the most effective strength exercises for developing your lats and your upper back and traps. In many studies comparing back strengthening exercises, the barbell bent over row often comes out on top. The overhand variation of the barbell bent over row targets your mid-back, whereas the underhand variation slightly more activates your lats. The bent over row has many different variations. You can try dumbbell bent over row or kettlebell variations. You can also add towels or fat grips to target your grip strength. Exercise 2, pull-ups. The overhand pull-up is a top tier back exercise and the most effective for grapplers from the vertical pulling category. It predominantly develops your lats, biceps, traps, forearms, and your grip endurance. The pull-up can be scaled up or down to your fitness level. For example, you can make it easier with band-assisted overhand pull-up or harder with weighted overhand pull-ups. You can do towel grip pull-ups to challenge your grip strength even further in this exercise. It's an effective back exercise for grapplers specifically because it develops serious lat strength as well as the added benefit of challenging your grip endurance. It's important to realize that not every exercise will look like a jiu-jitsu technique. That's a really silly way of approaching your strength and conditioning for a sport. So if it doesn't seem like an overhand pull-up translates to jiu-jitsu, trust me, it definitely does. Underhand pull-up, also known as a chin-up, is a similar exercise to the overhand variant, but it requires greater biceps activation. Both variants are great and should be alternated in different phases of your training, but I prefer the overhand variant for grapplers if I was to choose just one. An alternative exercise to the pull-up and the chin-up is a kneeling lat pull-down. The kneeling lat pull-down has a far greater core activation and stability requirement compared to the pull-up. Exercise 3, chest-supported dumbbell row. The chest-supported dumbbell row is an excellent supplementary exercise to develop your upper back and lats. You can perform these two-handed or a unilateral version. Concentrating on unilateral exercises whenever possible is my preference for grapplers, as it requires more stability, core activation, and balance. And it also has the added benefit of assisting with muscle and strength imbalances if you've got them. Keeping your core engaged throughout the exercise is essential, even though your chest is still supported. Seated row. An alternative exercise is the seated row. You can use a wide neutral grip, overhand grip, underhand grip, or a close grip to emphasize different muscle groups of the back. Exercise 4, bicep curls and hammer curls. Biceps curls and hammer curls are not just for bodybuilders. Strengthening your elbow flexion is essential for grapplers, as it builds the muscle around the elbow joint and helps to protect against injury. It's also a fact that having a dominant bicep curl will help in many positions in jiu-jitsu. For example, defensively, it can help to defend against armbars, and offensively, it can help to finish submissions, like the rear naked choke. Adding fat grips to your dumbbells is an excellent modification tactic for your bicep curls and your hammer curls. This is because it opens up your hand and lengthens your finger flexor muscles of the forearm, improving your grip strength and endurance. Cable curls. An alternative exercise is using a cable curl machine for different bicep curl variations. If you're experiencing elbow pain or discomfort from training Jiu-Jitsu, I recommend checking out day 5 and day 8 of the 30-day Jiu-Jitsu Mobility Challenge here on YouTube. I'll include a link to both of these mobility follow-alongs in the description. These are not the only pulling exercises that I recommend for grapplers, but they're a great place to start. If you want to get your hands on a completely free 12-week training program to get strong and reduce your risk of injury on the mats, click the link in the description. And if you got value from this video, it would really help with the YouTube algorithm if you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and drop a fist bump in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.